Hey, what's going on YouTube? Khallid AKA Smoove Flipper. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I do want to introduce a new series that I'm going to start doing. So I haven't found a title for this series yet, but what I want to do is I want to have you guys send me some of your messages that you didn't close, from your leads, and then I'm going to go ahead and try to figure out what you could have done better or what you could have said or whatever in the situation. So I did make a post about a week and a half ago in my phone flipping group, the free group, where I wanted you guys to send me some different conversations from your leads, and I got a couple that I do want to go over with you guys really quick. This is just the first episode of this series. I don't have a title for it again, but let's get into it. So I'm going to show you guys, basically read into it and then kind of give my input on what you could have done better. So let's get into it. All right, so here's the first lead from Let Go. You guys can see this person is trying to sell them an iPhone 6, 32 gigs, always been the case. Works great, wanting an iPhone 6 Plus. No scratches or cracks. So they did a good job with just, giving you everything about it. So he goes, what is the carrier and storage capacity? This is a straight talk phone. I'm messaging you on it right now, and it's space gray. So iPhone 6, 32 gigs, straight talk. Sounds like a Walmart purchase. Anyway, so he gets the carrier and the capacity, which is already, he had already mentioned the capacity up here. So you only just want to say, okay, what's the carrier, right? So then he goes, I could give you $50 for it, even in great condition. That phone isn't worth very much anymore, especially with straight talk and that amount of storage. I can meet you tomorrow if you take it. This person goes, I'm good. I paid $269 for it. Thanks though. Okay, let me know if anything changes. All right, definitely will. All right, so let's backtrack. So iPhone 6 straight talk, 32 gigs, space gray, good condition, right? All right, so my critique from this particular conversation is this person did not ask them the key question. I always ask them, what are you looking to let it go for? Give them the option, because you never know who you're talking to. They might lowball themselves, and then you also get an idea of how much they really want. So if this person would have said, okay, I want $100 for it, and you offered 50 after, and then you guys kind of met in the middle from then that works. But this person just went on and said, what they could give them, and then, the whole goal is to try and they're gonna hype up the phone. They're gonna say the phone's in great condition, and all that. I wouldn't even mention this part, even in great condition. That don't even mention that. Don't mention that part. But yeah, I would have just kind of gave them a chance to lowball themselves, and then went from there. But he paid 269 for it. Thanks though. So when people say stuff like this, when they say, okay, well, I paid $1,000 for it, the next question is this: ask them, why are you selling it? If you paid that much for it, why are you selling it? This person did mention that they want a 6 Plus, but regardless of the situation, ask them why. You never know who you're dealing with. They could want money for rent. They could want to get a new phone, but you never know if you don't ask. So they paid $269 for it, and then he says, "Let me know if anything changes." Again, going back to this message, I can meet you tomorrow if you take it. So that you want to meet ASAP. If you can meet that same day, then go ahead and meet the same day, because you don't want to give them, first of all, time to think about it, and second, you're kind of giving them the option. You want to be the person in charge. I'll give you $50 for it today, cash today. Take it or leave it. So he goes, I can meet you tomorrow, which is giving them time, and then he goes, if you take it. So it's kind of like, I don't know, just the way that's worded is a little bit off. I can meet you today at so and so. So this is where you put the location. I can meet you today at Starbucks, this location. Bam. But this person that he was talking to was pretty set on this price, $269. You're gonna deal with people like that, but some of these things could have been changed that could have swayed them to take, if not 50, but 70 or $80. You never know. But just off the bat, going ahead and giving them that offer is not the best way to handle it. So that's that one, man. If you're watching this video, do everything that I mentioned, and hopefully you can start closing more deals. So that's that one. Let's get on to the next one. All right, so looks like a Facebook Marketplace lead. This person has says, "Good morning. Is this available? Hello, what phone do you have for sale? This is good. Always be polite. 8 plus 256 gig AT&T unlocked. Only bad thing is it has a crack on the back. Try replacing it, but just decided to put a case on it. I have the replacement back for the phone." All right, so they're giving you everything about it. Keep in mind that the only bad thing. So this person's already kind of giving you some negotiating room, because he's already established this is a bad thing. So keep that in mind. Always pay attention to the different wording that they use. And the AT&T unlock. Now this is what I do. People don't know. A lot of people don't even know what unlock means. So I would just appraise as that, or you can appraise as that AT&T unlock, and then get there and it's locked, and then that's when you change your price. But regardless, let's get on to it. He has a replacement back, and then this person goes, "What are you looking to get for it?" So this is also a good technique. I use the same technique. I just say, "What are you letting it go for?" which is a bit different. So wording is all important, but you can tell they've been watching my videos. So let's go on to it. So they ended up wanting $400 for it. So that's a lot. Just I don't even know what they sell for on eBay, but I know they somewhere around 360. So buying it at 400 will not make you any money unless you can replace the back. Then you have some money. But I'm sure this person doesn't know how to do that. So that's because I can't offer because of the back being cracked. I can pay 200 quick cash today, no hassle. So this is good. He explained himself as far as why he can't offer that price, which is good. Didn't say a bunch of stuff, but just the back is cracked, so I can't offer that much. But he can pay $200 quick cash today, no hassle. This person is definitely watching the videos and staying on top of it, because they understand the wording. So in this case, it did not work. This guy says, "Nope, $300 bottom dollar, and I have your crackback solution." So that's discussion off the table. So this guy, is basing his offer, or back, because he has the back. He has the back of the 8 plus, so he's just saying that he wants a little bit more because of the back is already there for him. So what I normally do is I'll say, I don't repair phones. I have to pay somebody to do it, and this is what this person kind of did. $230. That's the most I'll pay. Someone still has to do the labor. So he did mention that someone still has to do the labor, which is important. And then he goes, "Quick cash again today, no hassle." So he said it twice, which is good. This guy's negotiating is pretty good. But again, this guy doesn't budge. $30 not gonna do it, which is understandable. Let's go. Let's see what he says next. Now, this is what he says. "If you change your mind, message me. I'm always interested, and I don't pick up phones." So he does all this stuff. You guys can read that. But what I want to say is, he stopped at 230. Again, I don't know what they sell for on eBay, and then how much you're gonna get for it after fees. But let's say you do get about $300 after fees. I probably would have offered 240. The most. Close that gap. Just close that gap from 275 to this. So 240, and then you guys got to keep negotiating. I feel like this guy kind of gave up. When it comes down to closing deals, you just got to close it. Whether it's a $70 profit or a $60 profit, or a $70 profit that went down to a $50 profit. If you want to close that deal, you have the capital to do it. Then I would have went ahead and countered with 250 or something like that. But again, this guy had really good negotiating tactics. He used great wording, quick cash, no hassle. You always want to use that, because people don't like to list phones on Marketplace, because they deal with no shows and stuff like that. Stuff that we deal with. So he has good wording. This guy definitely has good wording, but he couldn't close the deal. Again, I would have still been battling back and forth, um, and stuff like that. But again, this guy might be coming back because $45 difference from his original offer. That's not much. Even if you'd offer 250, $25. Most people who need money, they're just gonna maybe 24 hours later, reply and say, "Hey, I'll do 230." So this was a good negotiating, conversation here. You guys can definitely learn a thing or two just with wording and all that. So yeah, that's whoever sent me this one. That's a good job. Hopefully you're watching this. Hopefully you can implement what I said into your next negotiating leads. So let's get on to the next one. All right. So the last lead we're gonna see is from Marketplace. So this is a iPhone 6s Plus. Um, what is a carrier? Original phone carrier. What is the condition? Original phone carrier and store size. So off the bat, this I don't like doing this. I don't like asking a bunch of questions at one time. You know, um, just because people just can't handle all that. I start with the carrier, and then condition, and then the storage. In my opinion, is last. You know, but all these questions, this guy did it. He ended up doing all this. Um, which is good, but they don't do it all the time. Sometimes you'll ask all these questions and they'll just say it's Verizon. They don't even give you the storage size or the condition. So he did this time. It is in good condition. He upgraded and he was told it was unlocked, but was with Verizon. So this guy goes, I can pay $100 for it. Now, off the bat, guys, just from the previous conversations that we went over, you guys probably already understand that this guy did not give him a chance to lowball himself. So he just off the bat said, "I'll pay $100 for it," which can be a turnoff because you kind of want to understand what they want for it, just because you never know. They could have said 150, and then you offer them 120 or 100, and then you guys negotiate from there. But it's important that you guys always have them give you the first price. So then he says $100, and he goes, "I'm good. I paid." Let's see what he says to the next one. "I'm good. I paid 354 and nothing wrong with this." So people always say this. I don't like when they say this. It doesn't make any sense because it's a 6S Plus. So if he paid 350 for it, then I'm sure he paid that a while ago. So people say that. So whatever. Are you selling the box and accessories as well? Also, did you say it was a smaller size, 16 gigabyte, correct? So this guy's kind of backtracking. Um, he's backtracking and trying to devalue the phone as much as he can when he should have did that in the beginning. So devalue, and then you see what they want, and then you offer your price. So he's backtracking. He's trying to use him not having the box or him having the box as some kind of leverage. So let's say he didn't have the box. And it was a 16 gigabyte, then he uses it as leverage. Well, you don't have the box. It is the smallest size, just like he mentioned. Um, and he says, yeah, it is. So hopefully you guys are following me with this. Uh, so then he goes, are you selling everything that came with the phone as well? So he is backtracking. It came by itself. Okay, so he's trying to use that as leverage. What I would have said, he said, okay, if you change your mind, I will have the $100. So he used all this to backtrack, right? And then he goes ahead and just accepts that the phone came by itself. You already set him up. You tried to already set him up with it being 16 gigabyte, which is the smallest. It not having accessories, right? It came by itself. Now that's you say that you mentioned that to them. Okay, so now that the phone is 16 gigs, doesn't have accessories, I can offer this price. So he did all this work to then just say, okay, I'll give you $100. Let me know if you change your mind. All right, and then he goes, I'm good, and he gives him the thumbs up. So again, this one, um, my take from it is you have to give them a chance to tell you how much they want for, or how much they're letting it go for, and then that's when you start negotiating. And then again, he backtracked again. But if you're gonna commit to backtracking and using the 16 gigs and the phone not having accessories as leverage, then you have to continue it. You can't just stop here and say, okay, if you change your mind, I'll have 100. So he kind of gave up. I feel like at the end, and then the whole this I don't like doing this. This is kind of, to me, it comes off as rude. So I don't even give the thumbs up too much. But again, guys, that's it. Those are the three that I'm going to go over for this episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully I didn't, talk too fast with a couple of these different leads. I'm just trying to get as much as I can out to you guys. So if you do enjoy this video, please show your support. Like the video, comment some things you think that they should have done better. Subscribe if you're new to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.